Hello and welcome back to Little Budget Diaries. My name is Abby. I am a 29-year-old stay-at-home mom to two very soon to be three little boys, and my husband and I are on a financial freedom journey. We are focusing on paying off debt this year in 2025, and we would love for you to come along and support us. On this channel, I share videos of our real budget with our real numbers, our cash stuffing, our bills, our wins and losses as we go on this journey, and we would love for you to come along with us and support us and encourage us on. In today's video, we are going to be doing our paycheck budget for the paycheck that we received on January 3rd. This budget is this month is a magic month for us, which is super exciting. We will have 3 paychecks this month. You'll have to excuse my dogs. They are kind of trying to settle down here, so you'll probably hear them clicking across the floor. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this and do our budget for this paycheck. So my husband has been working a lot. I'm actually going to move this out of the way. I don't really need that. He has been working a ton, literally worked, I think, like a week straight, or maybe even 6 or 7 days straight. So it has just been the boys and I at home for the most part, but that's okay because we are trying to just bank as much money as we can before this next baby comes. So, it was very exciting because, the take-home pay that we received was considerably higher than our budgeted amount. So we get to do a lot of things today, which is also very exciting. So our take-home pay was $4,262.96. I'm just going to round that down to $42.62 and forget about the cents. That will just stay in our checking account and build our little buffer. And then we will start with our bills. Acorns is going to be getting $63. Robinhood is actually, this is Robinhood for $26. My husband actually has that paused right now as we focus on debt. So we are just going to not do that one since we're not contributing to that right now. The Discover card is going to, I budgeted $100, but I'm actually not 100% sure what his minimum payment is for this month. So I'm actually going to budget $150. I think last month it was like $142. So I'm going to budget $150 for that. Car insurance is going to stay the same at $165. Wi-Fi stays the same at $90. We are going to be looking into potentially switching our Wi-Fi to a cheaper situation if we can find something. Medical is going to get $150. Our budgeted amount typically for the month in medical is $50. However, this month we are going to be paying $150 on a bill, and then we are paying another $150 on a bill, on that same bill in February, and that will pay off that bill. However, that being said, with the beginning of the year, January 1st, our FSA was just refunded at the very beginning of the year. I think it's an FSA. So we now have money in that FSA that we can use to pay off the medical debt. So I believe what our plan is, and when I did this budget, I kind of forgot that was happening, and my husband reminded me when he was reviewing things with me. So I think what our plan is we are actually going to pay off all of our medical debt with the money in the FSA, and then we'll still have money left over for like co-pays or dental or things like that if we need that money throughout the year. So I'm still writing this down as $150 budgeting that payment amount. However, I believe that this money will end up probably just going towards the next debt, which would be the Discover card. But we're going to leave it like this for right now, just because I already have this worked out and I already kind of calculated up like how it was just a headache, and this is how it's going to stay. Whatever. Okay, moving it right along. Excuse me. We're going to keep land at 300. We are going to keep house at 1230. XL is really high this month. This is our electricity, like our heat and things. Usually I budget $150 for this, and that is, I would say it's usually within like $25 of that. So this is really high for this month. I'm not really sure why, because we didn't have like, no. Sorry. We didn't have like a super cold, that's Paisley. We didn't have like a super cold December or anything. So I don't know why that's higher. I might have to look into that a little bit and see if all right, I apologize. This is the only time today I have to film, so I just gotta make it work with all the dogs being home. No. But I feel like this is going to be very scattered and like start, stop, because the dogs are just, they're dogs. All right, so where were we? We were working on XL is 216, and then Capital One credit card is 215 minimum payment for the month. This brings our bills total to $25.79. $42.62 minus $25.79 is going to give us $1,683. I still don't have a calculator, so I am still doing this all off camera. However, it is arriving today. Yay! So by my next video, hopefully, fingers crossed, for sure by my next budget video, I will have a calculator that I can use for these videos. And then I won't have to do all of this beforehand. I can do it with you guys. Okay, so we have 1,683 left over. We are going to go right over here to our cash envelope section. Tithes and giving is going to get 10%, which is $426. We are going to budget $250 for groceries. I raised this a little bit in my monthly budget video, my last video that I did. I had $200 a week or per pay period for groceries, so $400 total for the month. However, my husband, my husband wants to make some meals so that he can take them to work because he's working so many days in a row. It's just easier for him to kind of meal prep some things and then take them with him. So I did raise that a little bit to accommodate for that. Gas is going to get $200 for this pay period between my husband and I. We are going to do some in spending. We're just going to do $40 in spending. Kids is going to get $10. Eating out is going to get nothing. Coffee is going to get $10. Kindness is going to get nothing at this point, and miscellaneous is going to get $17. Adding up all of that gives us $953, and that leaves us with $730. Now, this is where I really started to like, what do we want to do? How are we going to do this type thing? And as I previously mentioned, when I worked through this budget, I forgot about the FSA money that we now have on hand. So as I work through this, you will see that I do budget for medical debt. But again, that money is not going to go towards medical debt. The budgeted money is not going to go towards medical debt. It is going to go towards, I think I put it towards baby stuff. Yeah, I think I put it towards like diapers and baby needs and stuff like that. So I had budgeted nothing. The actual that we are going to put toward medical debt, again, that's not really going there, is $180. And then we're going to put $200 towards our Discover credit card. We ended up having to use this card just the other day at the vet. Our dogs were due for just their yearly physicals, but we have one dog. He's older. He has some health problems. He has epilepsy, and he has to get, I think it's his liver enzymes checked like every year to make sure that the medication that he's on to help his seizures isn't causing liver problems. And I didn't realize how expensive that was going to be. I thought it was going to be like $140, $150 for both of them to go see the vet. And my husband comes out. We went together. He took the dog inside. I sat outside with one of the boys who was sleeping in the car at the time. And he goes, "How much do you think that was?" And I was like, "Oh, probably like $140. And he was like, "Haha, guess again." And I was like, "Okay, oh, what does that mean?" And it was almost $600. It was $592, which is insane. Like, insane. So we did not have that much money set aside for pets. So he had ended up putting that on the credit card. So to pay most of that off, some of that off, we are going to be, well, I guess not some of it, but I guess not most of it, but some of it off. We're going to be putting $200 towards that credit card so we can get that paid off. That balance that we added paid off so we can kind of go back to our original balance and start paying on that. Capital One, house and land are going to get nothing. And this gives us $380 total there, which leaves us with $350 remaining. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. All right, with $350 remaining, I am actually going to go over to this page. Oop, not this page. I lied. It's this one. To my cash binders. And look at what I want to do. Oh my goodness, how long has it been like this? I just looked and I realized that it was all blurry, and I really hope it wasn't like that the whole time because that would be annoying. All right, so I'm going to move on to my cash binders planning. These are all of the cash envelopes that I have in my binders. Now, obviously, if you've watched any of my videos, I do not stuff these all, ever, really. But they are all there as things that we are just working towards, that things we want to save towards, as things we want, kind of like a visual reminder of these are the goals. These are the things that we kind of need to be planning for at some point. Not right now, because not filling all of them right now because we are focused on paying off debt. All right, so moving along, let's look at what I did for this. For our everyday cash binder, or everyday binder, I just did 20 in Costco. Figured that is the one that probably needs, I just kind of thought I would start building that one up. So nothing else is getting anything. That's going to leave us with 20 as a total there. The kids, I'm going to do 15 for the boys. That would be 5 for each of their envelopes, which is just, that envelope is just for like miscellaneous spending. If we want to go get ice cream with them, or if my son recently gave up his nighttime bottle. He would have a bottle before bed. And we are kind of in the transition of moving away from that. And we promised him he would get an excavator if he gave up his bottle. And so that money will kind of be used for that too. And then baby needs is going to get 70. As I've mentioned, we are expecting another boy very, very soon. So that will cover things like more diapers. If we have to buy formula or anything like that, that's what that is for. Holidays. New Year's, we're not going to stuff anything. Valentine's Day, I put 10 in just to kind of get that rolling, get the ball rolling on that one. And then, oh, right. Christmas, I am going to stuff. This past year, we did not save throughout the year at all for Christmas. So from basically October through Christmas, I was just cash flowing money, which if you're not aware of what that means that with each budget, I would just put like a line item, just like I have a tithes and giving or a grocery. I would just put a Christmas line and put the money there. But this year, I would really like to save for Christmas so that we don't have to do that, because it made those last couple months of the year, it made those checks pretty tight, and we weren't able to have a lot of progress on our goals because we were trying to push money towards Christmas. So we're starting the year off right. We're putting money in Christmas right away. Next, it's going to be our birthdays. My birthday is coming up in just a couple of days. So I'm going to do 75 for my birthday. And then very shortly after that, we have my nephew's birthday. So I'm going to do $40 for family birthdays for that. Adding up all of that gives us $165 there. And we're going to move right along to our sinking funds. I'm just going to do 30 in copays at this point. That would cover 25 for my next chiropractor appointment and then give us a little buffer of $5. And this might actually not have to be, I'm just remembering this now, we still have that FSA money, so I might use my FSA money to pay for this copay, and then I would just stuff it into something else at that point. But we will see what we get. We'll have to decide on that. Finally, I'm going to move that one over there. Finally, we have our savings challenges. And for that one, we are just going to I'm going to do $25 into 1 month ahead and $25 into our emergency fund, which leaves us with $50. So let's look here at our total of all budgets every day, or not budgets, binders. Total is 20. Kids is getting 85. Sinking funds is getting 30. Savings challenges is 50. And holidays is 165, which gives us a grand total of 350. Is that right? I hope so. All right, so from that, we worked through that. So I'm going to go back to this page. Whoops, actually. And I'm going to write in the totals here for my cash envelope binders. Again, we didn't have anything budgeted for that, but we are putting in $20 in every day. 85 in kids, holidays getting 165, sinking funds is getting 30, and 350 minus 50, that's a total of 300. We have 50 left over, and then that 50 is going to go in our extra savings category. We're putting 25 in emergency, and boop, boop, boop. Do 25 in our savings challenges for a total of 50, and we have 0 remaining. I already did the math for that, so I know that my balance checks out, and that is our budget for this paycheck. That is incredible. We going to be paying off our medical debt. Basically this paycheck, because I will make that payment from our FSA here very shortly. So that will be done. And then we will start working on our next lowest balance, which would be our Discover card. Yeah, this is what I like to see. This makes me happy. It makes me very excited to see working through everything, being able to put so much towards debt, but still covering all of the other things that we need to do. This is really exciting. I hope everyone had a great New Year. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you had a great New Year. I hope you have a good day. Come back for the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. We can cheer each other on. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day.